Hi Aries, welcome to your May 2019 monthly readings. So this is going to be your no show and grow reading. I chose to use a different deck. I am going to read a little bit from the book because I think it's better that the message comes from the book rather than me trying to how can I say it? Deliver the harder news. Just makes me feel better, okay? Because I mean, like, I picked it up. However, I think the book will better explain it. So, I mean, if I feel that way, that's what I'm going to do. And it's interesting because right off the bat, when I was shuffling for you guys, and I've had this before a few times for Aries, I was getting a headache. And then you had the I am crown, which is like the crown chakra, right? So that has to, and if that chakra is blocked, it's blocking the rest of your chakras. So it's no show and grow. Okay. Hopefully I can keep these readings shorter. I am on a time limit. So, we're going to get going here. And yours are very color coordinated, which, the Virgo in me is very pleased with that. So, the first card you got is I'm human. So this means Aries, don't be hard on yourself. Also, it's a sense of like ego and pride. You want to remove that, right? Because ego can block us and our pride from knowing that. I was going to say to do the right thing, but it's admitting to ourselves certain truths that we may not want to bring to light. We're human, so we make mistakes. That's allowed. You know what I mean? Human means not looking at someone as male or female, but looking at them as an individual of the universe, which means human. Okay? Everyone's allowed to make mistakes. We're all allowed to feel. That's part of being human. Okay? I am breath. So it's air, right? What I get with that is, like, again, it's the mind. It's clouded. I'm like, because I do feel like in pressure right here. It's kind of like a headache type of feeling. So you might want to, and it could be hard. It's hard for fire signs to do meditation. I can vouch for that. Doesn't mean that you don't stop trying, okay? Because I do feel like silence is important for you guys, like grounding yourself. So this means like just sitting, having your feet touching the ground, and breathing exercises. Okay, so when you get overwhelmed or you're feeling anxious or confused or unsure of which way to go, just stop, pause, and take those deep breaths, clear the mind. Try to just let it go, okay? Because worrying's not going to accomplish anything. You do have some good energies here. And then what you need to grow is the I am crown, and that's the crown chakra. So I'm going to Google that because there's an importance here for you guys, and this has been coming up in a few readings I've done for you guys. So I just feel like by giving you the information directly from a different source may help you guys or benefit you guys. Okay, so you have the Four of Wands, the Two of Cups. It's a really good card, you guys. The Seven of Cups. This one I'm going to read from the book. The Ten of Swords. Okay. The Page of Wands. And it's interesting in this card because there's a little symbol of Sagittarius, which normally the Knight of Wands is associated with Sag. So it could be talking about there's some sort of learning and knowledge that you need to gather here. It would be higher learning, higher knowledge. So it could be going to school. It could be learning about the chakras. You know, like we'll find out further in the reading. A Sag could be importance to you guys. It could be talking about Jupiter being retrograde. So okay, and then the Knight of Wands. So I like this card. There is action that needs to be taken. Okay. Again, when I do readings, my readings aren't it's not about spying on other people or anything like that. Okay, spiritually spying. I don't believe in doing that stuff. This is self-focus. So this has to do with you, okay? Because in life, it doesn't matter if you change your surroundings, you move to a different location, you change your job, you change your spouse, okay? If you haven't done the work on yourself, then everything's going to end up being the same. It's the same thing playing over and over again, okay? Because there's some sort of lesson or something that the person hasn't learned, all right? That's why I choose to do it like this. So with the knight, it's not talking about a player coming into your life or anything like that, okay? We're not doing a soap opera here. This is talking about, doesn't matter your age, young, old, okay? You need to take some sort of action. The knights are the ones that go out and they're learning, okay? They're gathering wisdom, tools, knowledge for their journey, okay? It'll come in handy in the future. But in the present, with the Knight of Wands showing up, that and it's being in a section of what you need to grow, this means that self-action has to be taken. It has nothing to do with anybody else but you, okay? Page of Wands is a messenger. So you could be getting messages of love, okay? Because you got Iron Breath, Two of Cups in the Page of Wands, and in the show section. So this could mean that you need to send more I love yous to your children or to your spouse, whomever it is, your sister, your brother. It's like you taking the action necessary. So like, you know, say you had a fight with somebody, it would come down to you not apologizing, but making, being the bigger person. And not everybody wants to hear that. But again, I am human. Like I got pride and ego in there. So either that person or you are going to have to put things aside, right? Like with the Wands characters, they're action oriented, right? They're very fast movers. They're on the go. And you have Iron Breath. So it's like quick movement, right? But, you know, if you're a mother, it could be Mother's Day with the Two of Cups and the Page of Wands, your children. You know, if you're a child, this is talking about making that quality time for your parent, okay? Your grandmother even, okay? Like stopping off, bringing flowers, gifts, that type of thing, okay? Okay, so you have the Four of Wands, and there's two rabbits in this card, if you see that, okay? I'm not an expert in animal symbols. I do enjoy researching that stuff when it pops up. These cards I haven't really used because I haven't had the time to research. I have researched it, but I haven't had the, I was going to use the word confidence. I don't feel that I am as knowledgeable as I should be for somebody to give out that information. So what I do know about the rabbits is they do have to do with health, okay? It is eating, okay? Like watch what you're eating. It could be you need more greens in your diet, right? Like carrots, more vegetables it would be, okay? And rabbits are quite peaceful, where, you know, they just hop along. They're fast movers, okay? But there could be a warning here of the tortoise and the hare, right? Everyone knows that story. So it's not about being the quickest. It's about being thorough, right? And then you have the Ten of Swords here. So it's what you need to know. And when I picked up that card, immediately, like, I got pressure here and in the head. So I don't know if you guys are suffering from headaches. It could be due to what you're eating, all right? Too much sugar. Because I see a hummingbird. And hummingbirds, they need a lot of sugar, okay? So it's the type of sugar you're putting in your body, because you have the rabbits here, which is health, right? So if it's like soda or pop, I think in New Orleans they call it sweet tea? No. Sweet something. Somebody left a comment about that. Chocolate bars, that type of thing, it's not good for you. You need natural sugars from real food, you know, like, because it could be causing your sugar levels to be off, which would cause headaches. And it's stress too. It's saying not to stress, like there's an ending, but then you got the page and then you got the knight. So like there's going to be a new beginning, right? But first comes the I am human. That's what you need to know and understand, is that you're allowed to make mistakes. You're allowed to start over. You're allowed to, it's not defeat because there's a new beginning. All right. It's an opportunity. So when one opportunity ends, another can start, right? It's about your willpower, though. So what you need to know is health is really important. You do have to work on stability for the Four of Wands. Okay, Four of Wands is a structure. There's hard work and dedication involved in it, right? Like, so it's like not to give up if there's well, you have the Knight of Wands, which is talking about a journey, right? So like, so it's kind of like back in the King Arthur days, you know, they go on quest, all right? So life is your quest. You're on a lifelong quest, okay? And when you're on your quest and venturing down on the direction that you want to go, right? You're going to come into good and bad people. I mean, that's just part of life. You're going to meet people that are going to help you along your journey. You're going to meet people that will give you shelter, right? Because you're traveling. We're talking like King Arthur days, so you're going through the forest, and you know, like you got to make your own fire and find your own food, and you know, you will get people that will help you. You have the Two of Cups here, but you also get people that will try to put blockages in your way, and that's not to. That's a lesson to be learned. You're going to gather knowledge from that. Okay, so I want to, I'm just going to push pause because I'm going to look up the rabbit here. Okay, so first we're going to look up, this is a moose. So a quick thing about the moose, it says, the moose spirit animal signifies strength, pride, and life. It's not very difficult to decipher the moose symbolism because its message focuses on seeking the truth and finding the guidance within you. People who carry the moose symbolism are being called to work with the opposition in their life. Okay, so there's some sort of obstacle that you have to, it's self-focused again, so you have to look inwards, right? Okay, and then the rabbit, I advise you guys to look it up yourselves because you'll find stuff. Usually I recommend, I don't do this and I just kind of tell you to do that, but for some reason. Okay, so you got two rabbits here. In general, rabbit symbolisms remind us to examine and use the tools we have within ourselves. Even though our instincts are inherent, they also need nurturing and development. Furthermore, rabbit meaning deals primarily with the abundance, comfort, and vulnerability. The hare also embraces gifts of fertility, sentiment, desire, and protection. In other words, you have an abundance of creativity right now and should make good use of it. Furthermore, it signals that a windfall of abundance is imminent. Alternatively, rabbit symbolism may also indicate a need for more planning. You should also check the plans that you have already set in motion. Moreover, do not box yourself in a corner. Whenever the bunny makes an appearance, be aware that you may also need to examine the foods you eat. See, I did know that one. Perhaps a vegetarian diet, if only for a short time, can help strengthen and heal. Okay. And then I just closed it. Where is it? Okay, so what you need to know is that that's what you need to show, okay? And then what you need to know is I am breath. So there's something about air qualities, and air is mental, right? It's talking about thoughts, ideas. Those have importance to you, okay? So be careful what you're thinking because you may manifest that. You don't want to do that, right? And you also need to know that there are going to be the Two of Cups partnerships, okay? This isn't about love or romance, okay? It could be a renewal with your partner. That means that you would have to make the effort. You have the Page of Wands here. So to me, that would be saying like when you first got together, things that you used to do, perhaps like your first date dinner, you can recreate that. one of the best dates that you guys ever had. Okay, recreate that. A simple picnic outdoors could help. Hiking could help. It's active though, right? There's action that needs to be taken. Uh, this is partnership though, so that means partnerships come in many different ways. They come with friends, family members. It could be teachers. There's a harmony here. Okay. What you need to know, there is positivity around you. I mean, so don't dwell on things. Don't go too far in the future and get anxiety about what may be if it hasn't happened yet, right? Be present. You do need to take care of your thoughts, though, all right? Because that's going to manifest. So, a great exercise I would recommend is putting a rubber band around your wrist. Because if you're having negative thoughts a lot, or doubts, or negative self-talk, okay, and then just snap it, pull it, and let it snap. Anytime that you're having one of those issues, a negative thought, to retrain yourself, okay, it'll interrupt the thought pattern, and you can reestablish a positive thought, okay. So instead of wondering what could go wrong, start trying to wonder about what if it goes right, okay. And then you have what you need to grow, okay. So I'm going to read the I Am Crown. So I'm going to look up the crown. And I find this interesting because I brought out my chakra cards. That's what I decided to use today. And you guys are the first sign I did. Hopefully you guys all had a happy birthday. Okay. So it's quite long that they have this here. Okay. It says the crown, or the seventh chakra, is located at the top of the head. All right. So that might be why that I keep getting this pressure here and like a headache sensation. Just as the root or the first chakra connects us to the Mother Earth, the crown chakra is our connection to the universe. In fact, the seventh chakra disappears the universal energy or life force into the six other chakras located below it. Okay. The crown chakra is termed as, I can't say that word, the thousandfold chakra. Since it is pictured as a lotus having thousand white petals. So perhaps maybe you guys want to get some flowers in your house. Okay, it says location of the seventh chakra, top center of the head, midline between the ears. So that would be here. Like here, I'm supposing. Okay, so color white or violet. Perhaps you want to surround yourself with those colors or wear them. Organs and functions connected to the crown chakra. Okay, so it's the head, the brain, the ears, eyes, pineal gland, skeletal, and muscular systems, as well as the skin. So if you're having some of these issues, it's definitely a sign of the crown chakra. Okay, it says open and well-balanced chakras. When all seven chakras are open optimally, not too much, not too little, they spin with energy and transmit it throughout the body. This helps the individual function properly physically and psychologically. On the other hand, if one chakra is blocked or open too much, then the individual may experience frustration, ill health, and destructive thoughts, learning, concentration, and memory problems, physical illnesses, chronic disorders, aches and pains, as well as depression, and can be attributed to imbalanced chakras. Hence, optimum balancing of the chakras is essential. Okay, and then there's another thing here, overactive seventh chakra. In the overactive or hyperactive mode, the seventh chakra can lead a person to have obsessive thoughts. Such individuals live in the past or constantly think about the future. Overactive crown chakra can also give rise to obsessive spirituality, so much so that his other duties are neglected. Okay, and then underactive crown chakra. Blockage in the crown chakra can render it inactive. Such a person tends to be rigid, selfish, and spiritually unaware. There is general depression, lack of joy, and loss of meaning, or identity in his or her life. Blocked crown chakra can also lead to selfish thoughts, inability to see the bigger picture in life, and in general, lack of values and ethics. A person with a closed crown chakra gets no guidance from the supreme power. This fact tends to anger him, but he also feels unworthy of receiving such help in the first place. Okay? And they keep using the term he. I don't know why. And then it says balance in the seventh chakra. Blocked or overactive crown chakra can lead to various physical elements such as depression, headaches, neurological issues, etc. Parkinson's disease, Alzheimer's, paralysis, epilepsy, multiple sclerosis. Wow, that's a lot, eh? Dementia, etc., are also linked to imbalance in the seventh chakra. That's interesting. There are a few experts' recommended techniques which can help us balance the seventh chakra optimally. The key here is to open the chakra just right, not too much, not too little. Okay, and then how many things? Okay, there. This is the end of it here. I'm not going to read anymore. You guys can research it yourselves. You'll find what you need. Number 1, it says meditate upon the crown chakra. Focus your attention on the top of the head and clearly set your intention of balancing the chakra. Visualize the violet color when doing this. Thank the universe and feel the connection to the higher being, since gratitude and contentment are the simplest ways of strengthening this chakra. 2, crystals and gems like amber, diamonds, and Moldavit? I can't say Moldavit. I can't properly pronounce that. Because I have a Virgo, strong Virgo in my chart, and I prefer not to mispronounce something. Bit of a perfectionist. Okay, may be used when activating the seventh chakra. Aromatherapy with floral essence such as lotus. I did say flowers. So I do think that's highly valuable for you guys because it did come through before I was reading this. Such as lotus, angelica, and white tulip, when applied to the pulse points, can aid the meditation process. So that would be like here, your temple, wrists, okay? Tea tree oil is really good for headaches. It's a potent smell, so you only need a drop of it, okay? Yoga postures, that can really help you, or the lotus position, are recommended for aiding the crown chakra. And advanced pose, the headstand, or I can't say that word either, also helps balance the crown chakra by increasing blood flow to the top of the head. So exercises that are going to increase your blood flow are highly important. Detoxifying and fasting for a day or two is also recommended to balance the seventh chakra. Light meals, broth, stews, and soups, violet-colored fruits and vegetables, along with plenty of water, must be used to clear the crown chakra and enable it to receive the divine energy. And then it says the crown chakra is our connection with the divinity. It is also the portal through which the life energy enters our body. Without this energy, human beings cannot function properly and tend to feel disconnected with self and others. By balancing and strengthening the seventh chakra, we can connect with the higher power to receive its love, which can then be shared with those around us. All right, you guys, hopefully that helped you out. Okay, so that's what you need to grow. And then you have the Seven of Cups, okay? And the Seven of Cups is associated with illusions. It's like you've been given, like a lot of people giving you information, however, you not having the right information. It's like, a story is told, doesn't make it true, okay? The story depends on the writer. What does the writer want you to know? What do they want you to perceive? So, like, it would be like, when a person goes to court, right, you're innocent until proven guilty, correct? However, in court, facts are laid out, and facts doesn't mean it's always true. Okay, facts are what you can lay facts out in the manner that you want the other party to perceive it in. Okay, so in court, you have one person who's trying to prove the other guilty. They can have facts, yeah, that could make it seem like that person's guilty, but they're not really guilty. All right, it's the way that the facts are laid out. So take everything with a grain of salt. Why am I saying that? I have no idea. It's what came out, right? Because when in a murder trial, when somebody's laying out the facts, and they're saying that this person was here at this time, yes, they were there at that time, so that makes them look guilty, right? Their fingerprints are in the house. However, that person's always in that house, so of course their fingerprints are going to be there, right? But the fact is, their fingerprints are there. It makes the person look guilty, correct? Okay, but then on the defense side, like when they're trying to prove their innocence, they give the fact of DNA on the body, right? That proves otherwise. That right there is truth, but it's also a fact. So I don't know if I'm saying that right. The facts are being laid out in front of you. However, you got to interpret them. That's the base of what I'm getting here. Okay. So, but the Seven of Cups card I'm going to read in the book. It says the Seven of Cups is a card of illusions, dreams, and transitions and mysteries. Usually, this card depicts a person faced with many cups full of mysterious objects. I choose to draw it using shards of broken glass to express the breaking of an illusion to regain freedom. So that's how they drew the card. This card indicates that you must bring yourself out of the land of aspiration and into the real world. Be wary of wishful thinking. Focus on real world achievement goals and plans. The Seven of Cups celebrates the dreamer who is able to see possibilities and excitement as well as difficulties in the future, but warns against putting too much stock in illusions. A savings account will take you further than a lottery ticket. So it's wishful thinking, right? This people feed off of your hopes, right? This is why I say a lot, your fears are heard and your prayers are heard, right? Okay, negative forces will feed off of your fears. All right, they give you these, they set false illusions in front of you. Okay, a savings account will take you further than a lottery ticket. This card may also speak to the danger of illusions where temptation is concerned. You may have many choices presented to you, and not all of them will lead to happiness or good things. In particular, be wary of sexual or emotional temptation. In a reading, this card often warns of behavior that is taking you away from your idle path. Maybe you want to find a life partner, but are unwilling to take the necessary steps to open yourself and your life to change. Maybe you wish you were healthier, but would prefer to take a magic pill that promises fast results rather than getting off the couch and do the work. What area of your life needs less illusions and more action? And again, we did get this earlier. I did speak about you need to take action. It's not going to be done based on anybody else. Okay, you will have supporters. That means when you make the decision to go to the gym, you might be able to find a buddy who is well informed about the gym, or a health plan, because you did have the rabbits about eating, right? Okay, and the thing with diets is they only work short term. Okay, your body is actually more knowledgeable. Like, you have cells in your body. Okay, so if you deprive it of certain things, the diet may work short term. However, those cells have memory, so it's going to memorize what you've been depriving it. And when you start eating normal, you're going to end up gaining twice as much weight back because you deprived it of certain healthy things, like healthy fats. It's going to store all of that fat because it thinks and it has memory. It knows that you deprived it before, so it's going to store that to prevent it. So it's going to store it to prevent it from going through that deprived state again. Okay, so when it comes to, there's no shortcuts. Okay, like there's no shortcuts. You have to take the long route. You have to actually take the journey. Okay, so that means if you want to lose the weight, don't go the diet route. Try to do everything in moderation. It's the longer route. It's not quick. You're not going to see the best results in 2 to 3 months. However, in 6 months, you will have the same results as you would have had if you took a a diet, okay? And it's going to be long-term effects. It's going to last with you long-term, and it's going to be something that you're able to implement in your everyday life, okay? It says, what area of your life needs less illusions and more action? If this card manifests with the Sun or the Six of Pentacles, it is possible that you're allowing someone else to carry your weight while you dabble in things that won't pan out. That's not you guys. Don't need to read that. It is the most negative reversal. No, we don't need the reversal. Okay. So the numbers 7, 47, and 11 have a strong meaning to that. 11 is a master number. Okay, that's a teaching number. However, there's many hard lessons with that number. Okay, you don't become the teacher unless you're a student, and you can't retain the title of a teacher unless you are being a student. And with the Knight of Wands, this is a student card. There's a beginning, though. You're going to have to, how can I say it? You're going to have to start brand new. You have the Ten of Swords, which is an ending, and the Page, which means it's brand new. And if you look in the Page card, this person is not an infant. Okay? Means it's a grown adult. So, like, you learn throughout your whole life. Where the associated birthdays with it is September 28th to October 8th. And associated plants is the lilac and lotus, which is interesting because it says lotus here, associated plants. And you did have the crown chakra. So that is coming through, you guys. All right. So we're going to pull one of these cards here, and then that's going to be the end. I am doing these readings differently, but I feel like it's the way I'm guided. And these cards are associated with the chakras too. I lost the paper that says what chakras each color's associated with. This is a good reading, you guys. With the two, okay? The Two of Cups here, you do have a lot of goodness here. That's too many cards. I just want one. Okay, you got some people that are rooting for you, that will help you. You just have to take the first step. Okay, and that's the image. And on the back it says strength, the number 15. If you feel invaded by the ideas of others, you may be allowing them to permit your sense of self. If you have been experiencing the same emotions without resolution, it may be time to clear out the old stories of the past. With gratitude, send them back to the source of all life. The energy they carry will be transmuted into blessings in the future. You have the strength to release yourself at this time. So it is saying the universe is backing you up here. All right. But you got to take the first steps. All right. Releasing the past can be hard, but it will stunt you if you hold on to it. Change is difficult. All right, you guys. Hopefully this helped you out. Namaste, and I will talk to you next month. Ciao for now.